Hi YouTubers, I have not forgotten about reading this, so I think I'll have more than plenty of time. I'll go ahead and read it for you guys, yay. So we are in chapter 2. It's all for one and one for all. There was a kind of rushing noise and a long chord playing. Along with it, all around the churchyard, there were hundreds of old friends. They rose all over the church wall all together. The once and future king. Take my life and let it be considered Lord to thee. Proverbs 31:11-12. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. In today's world, you only have to flip through the paper or watch the news to be blown over stories of snugglers, illy whackers, and hornswogglers. What? I hear you exclaim. Don't stress, they're not accounts of attempted alien abductions or mutant muppets, snollygaggers, eelwhackers, and horsewalkers are cheats, lies, and deceivers. They are the con artists, professional tricksters, and rip-off type of people, unprincipled invalids that you couldn't, wouldn't, and shouldn't trust. We're taught as we grow up that we shouldn't trust strangers. The used car salesman or the local politician. We're taught that trust really needs to be earned, and we need to be very careful who we give our trust to, because some people will use and abuse us. Sadly, it seems as though trustworthiness and loyalty are in short supply. However, our 31 girl has good TED, a beautiful quality in her life. Proverbs 31:11-12 says that her husband has full confidence in her, and she brings him good and not harm. The scripture means that she is dependable, reliable, steady, trustworthy, truthful, and loyal, a girl of integrity. Her husband doesn't have any need to worry because she knows that he can truly trust her. She's not going to betray him. To sum it up, she is faithful. So how do we have faithfulness in our lives? Well, it's as simple as making a commitment to do it. There's no formula or 10-step program. You simply have to make a firm and unwavering commitment to be a faithful person. Make a commitment to be someone who will be loyal, trustworthy, and honest, regardless of how hard it is, or in spite of the consequences. I can't talk today. If you make a decision now to develop a habit of faithfulness in your life, then it will naturally be crafted into your character. You see, your character is a result of habits in your life. Furthermore, your destiny is dependent upon your character. So if you want your destiny to be exciting and God experiment, then your character needs to be made up of godly habits. Let's take a look at some areas you can be faithful in. Number 1, time. We all have time. Time is something that God gives to all of us in equal measure. No matter what our abilities are, well, I can't read either. Time and chance happens to them all. How faithful are you with your time? Are you using your time well, or are you squandering it? I can't freaking read today, I'm sorry. I've heard many girls complain that they just don't have enough time, but the truth is that they are just not using their time well, or they cram too many unnecessary activities, unproductive activities in their days. We got to make a decision, sometimes a tough one, to eliminate the activities that waste and whittle away our time. Ringtones. Be faithful with time, with the time God has given you. Time is a commodity that can never be stored away and used later on. How you spend your given time is really up to you. After today is gone, it's gone forever. Use it wisely. Number 2. Other people's stuff. If you want your own things, you must be faithful in looking after other people's things. You need to start by being faithful with things that don't even belong to you. I'm sure you know what it feels like to loan a friend an item of clothing only to have it returned in worse condition. So be faithful with other people's belongings. Hopefully people use stuff and not even have it returned. So it stinks. It's also important to be faithful with information that people give you. If someone tells you something in confidence, you need to honor that person's trust and not divulge the information, even if you are a person that this seems to tell someone. Don't be self-controlled and trustworthy with other people's private matters. Luke 16:12 says, and if you have not been trustworthy with someone else's property, he will give you property of your own. If you are faithful with what belongs to other people, then you can be sure that God will bless you with your own dreams and desires. 3. God. Many times we can be fickle and our passion for God can become lukewarm. Staying on fire for God requires us to be faithful in our own habit of daily spending quality time with Him. Being faithful means putting aside how you feel at the time, just doing it. Many times you're not going to feel passionate for God, you're not going to feel like worshiping, and you're not going to feel like spending time with Him. But if you are serious about developing your character, then you can't be driven by what feels good at the time. Make a decision to be passionately faithful to God and stick to thee, regardless of your feelings. Well, I will be back after I check the message I've got this right here to read, along with this. So, I'm almost done with it. So, I'm going to make a part 2 of this video.